does Benchmark Consulting normally provide in their reports?
Our reports normally provide 4 funding plans, a component plan, and 3 cash flow plans. The component plan gives the association's current percent funding, which is an indicator of the overall health of the association's current reserve status. The current cash flow plan also shows where the association currently stands based on their current reserve balance, their current collection amount compared to their current liabilities that all their common assets impose over the next 30 years. If they're not collecting enough to fund the account, it gives the approximate year they will become insolvent if a change in their reserve assessment is not made. In other words, it analyzes their current assessment to see whether it's enough or not. I also give a baseline cash flow plan which uses trial and error scenarios to determine the minimum assessment needed to theoretically keep the reserve balance above 0 each year for the next 30 years. This is a very risky way to manage a budget, and I provide this only as a means of defining an absolute minimum collection amount, but I do not recommend using this other than for comparison. It defines the bottom. Finally, a threshold cash flow plan is used to determine the current assessment needed to theoretically keep the reserve balance above a predetermined threshold amount over the next 30 years. This amount could be to maintain a minimum balance each year that's above the average of the 30-year annual expenses. I will help the association decide what threshold to use based on their individual situation and how conservative they want to be. The most conservative goal would mean the highest monthly assessment, obviously, but there are usually other reasonable options. All of our studies are done according to National Reserve Study standards. Whoever you decide to use to do your reserve study, make absolutely sure that your study will be done according to National Reserve Study standards. That's very important.